You know, it's been a long time since I've looked at another Linux distribution. What can I say? I've been happy running Arch Linux my way, not somebody else's way. But my buddy Ben Fitzpatrick over on the Cup of Linux forum told me that he has developed a Maelstrom for your desktop. That's right, we're looking at StormOS right now on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Alright, here we are, and I figured this would be appropriate if we go ahead and try today's usability experiment in live disk mode before we go on to looking at this operating system that Ben has put together for us. We're going to first start out by starting the StormOS installer. Alright, so let's go through the process of installation. Now, I've already installed this, but I just wanted to show this because I really like what he did with the installer here. Okay, your very basic installation. You basically tell it where you live. You choose your keyboard layout. You determine how you want to install it. Okay, you give it the information you want. Okay, log in automatically without asking for a password, yada yada yada. And then you get the opportunity to choose what packages you want to have installed with this. So if you're running NVIDIA, or if you want to, you know, for instance, let's say you want to, let's say you have an extra video card and you want to be able to run VirtualBox and have VirtualBox or another you know, virtual machine to be able to use some hardware, you could use like a Zen kernel for that. They have all the NVIDIA packages, and then of course mostly items of interest for the gamer, but little something for everyone. I went ahead and I installed all of the apps that are in here and left everything else alone, other than using the LTS kernel and the LTS kernel headers. But you can pretty much look through the list and install whatever it is that you want to here. Select next. It'll ask you to confirm everything, and then you press install. It goes to the installer. I thought that was a nice little touch though, because I haven't seen this particular installer include an option to choose which applications that you want to have thrown into it. But as I've said, it's been a long time since I've, you know, looked at other Linux distributions, so I haven't seen, you know, what these installers have been capable of in quite some time now. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and cancel this, and then I'm going to restart the machine. Okay, so on first installation, this is what you get here. I'm not going to bother with any of this here. Let me just go ahead and close that. And we'll start on the bottom right corner of the screen and work our way around here. Alright, little wastebasket here. Probably move this somewhere else. I always like to, well, personally, I don't have any icons on my desktop. Alright, your time, date, mail, icons, the usual stuff, along with PEMAC is included here. And this is a nice little application for managing your apps. Most Arch users will prefer to use a terminal, but this is nice in its own right, because with this you can configure it to install applications from the Arch user repository or the main repositories. And it's really nice because, you know, with this application, you know, you can seek out and find any applications that you have installed that may have dependencies that have been left behind. You know, you can roll back packages easily and that sort of thing. I have in-depth coverage of PEMAC on my channel. Just do a search. Some of the videos are a little bit older, but they're still relevant. And I've covered this many times over. Nice that he decided to include this in here. Okay, and then as we move over here, we have a number of other options available to us. You have Chrome and you have Firefox installed here. Little menu where he's got Chromium listed twice. What were you thinking, Ben? Just kidding. But you also got Firefox here. All right, you got a quick launch to your terminal. Continue. Continue. Got a quick launch to the terminal here. And there's also a quick launch to your file manager and the GIMP. And then, of course, we have here a launch. Okay, there's a launcher here for Thunar and a launcher for Discord. Well, let's do something fun here for a moment, shall we? If we look up the definition of Discord, the definition is a disagreement between people, lack of harmony between notes sounding together. I'm picturing Miss Crabapple from the 2nd grade who loved to screech her fingernails on a blackboard. Screech! Or discord of people in disagreement. Yeah, that sounds like it's very warm and friendly. Probably one of the reasons why I don't use Discord. So, yeah, I think I'll be passing up on that one. Alright, he's got a custom icon here for the whisker menu that's thrown in here. And, of course, we've installed all the applications from the installer, so everything is neatly organized here. The only issue I ran into is there's an error with launching Menu Libre. It says it's installed, but then it's saying a file is not found. Let's see if we have a look at this and see what we can do to solve that. If I go into edit applications, nothing's going to happen here. So if we open up a terminal here, all right, and let's go ahead and all right, it's saying the file in user bin menu libre line 44 is saying there's an item that's missing. So let's go nano. All right, and then we'll go to line 44 where it says that it is. Okay, it's saying import menu libre, but it was giving an error there. All right, not sure what would be causing that, but that was the only strange anomaly that I found in this. This has been a solid build, and playing with it for the short time that I did get an opportunity to do that. So that's something you might want to probe into, or maybe it's just something on my end. Who knows? All right, so let's go ahead and close this. All right, he's got a lot of nice wallpapers included in here too. Let's go into desktop settings here. All right, and you can tell Ben is a Star Wars fan. You know, he's got his Hackman Linux in here. I think this one's super. Yep, he's got the Man of Steel in here. He's got some Star Wars stuff in here. Personally, I think that's one of the better ones. This one's kind of cool too, although I've never been into the new Star Wars. Maybe the older. Yeah, this kind of Star Wars characters are a little bit more my game. Nice sci-fi desktop choices you get here. He also did a nice job with theming Firefox. Bunch of interesting things he's thrown in here. Can't say I'm really feeling the theme that he has for that he has chosen with the animations and stuff, but these things can be easily changed. But he has included, let's see, we have cookie auto delete. Not sure what the HTTPS everywhere. Decentralize. I've seen Privacy Badger. Uh, Ben, did you have your tinfoil hat on when you put this together? All right, and I'm sure there's a plethora of other things. Although I recently switched to Vivaldi um, because, Firefox slash WaterFox, that sort of thing has been kind of. But all of the web browsers in Linux kind of, well, leave something to be desired. So it's, choosing which browser happens to stink the least. So so I'm playing with Vivaldi. I'm sure I'll end up going back to WaterFox or some other Mozilla variant one of these days. You bounce back and forth between them and that sort of thing. I also like the theme that he chose with this as well. So I'm going to have to go in and nick this folder theme because I like this. This is I like the way these folders look. I've been using the papyrus icons for way too long. Maybe it's time to try something unique. So if I open up the terminal here, it tells you what it is that he picked out, which is the Dracula GTK2. I'll have to look and see if they have a GTK3 variant of that. But all right, so cool stuff. Pretty much the rest. I mean, this is only a 2 gig download, so you might as well visit his website. I'll have a link in the space below. Download this, pop it into a virtual machine, look at it, and see what you got. I mean, pretty much everything you could need for an out-of-the-box desktop is included here. But personally, for me, the best way to use Arch is to build it yourself. Of course, having little distros like this is a great way to save some time if you want to deploy Arch Linux onto multiple computers in your workplace and that sort of thing. I found Arch Linux to be arguably the easiest distribution for building images that you can deploy on multiple computers. So very nice stuff indeed. And I've discovered a bunch of fun things. I've even worked with Ben in the past, in terms of when I had the last MCOL build and that sort of thing. And I've discovered some interesting side effects too, fun things about Arch Linux that we actually stumbled on by accident. So I like what I see here. And this is a vanity distro. I mean, little something for everyone here. I'm interested in seeing what kind of themes he's included with this as well. Oh, he's included some of Elementary's themes. I haven't looked at any of their themes in a long time. That's kind of cool. Alright, so we've got elementary themes in here. And let's see how if that affects anything. Let's go into icons. Kind of icons. Okay, got the elementary icons too, and those are always nice. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Alright, I'm not sure what else to say on this. I mean, this seems to be pretty lightweight enough. It booted quick enough for me, but then again, I'm on an SSD drive, so, but it seemed lightweight enough. Open up a terminal here for a moment. How much memory is this using? Alright, so this is using 1.2 gigs, which is not much at all. So pretty cool stuff. And of course, XFCE is an excellent desktop choice for those of you who are running legacy hardware. Or if you're running modern hardware like I am, it's just a nice, quick, snappy, lightweight desktop. Although KDE is starting to pass XFCE in terms of speed, customization options, and even being lighter. which I think is quite awesome. I haven't had an opportunity to look at KDE recently, but it's doing some really interesting things too. All right, that is all I have to say on this. It looks like you did pretty good there, Ben. I like the StormOS name better than the Hackman Linux that he went with originally. Good stuff indeed. Check it out. You might like this, but as always, I recommend that if you want to have fun with Arch Linux, it's always a good idea to spend a weekend with the Arch Wiki and build it yourself. You'll come out of this, with a better knowledge of how to use Linux, because if something does break, and inevitably it does happen once in a while, you get an update, something happens, and then you're like, well, what do I do to fix this? If you built Arch by yourself, you will know how Linux works under the hood, and then you'll be able to fix those issues without any issues whatsoever. And then coming into vanity distributions like this, pretty much if you run into an error or a problem, you can get in there, fix it quite easily. All right, on my next episode, I thought I would cover my favorite VST and LV2 plugins that you can use in your digital audio workstation. And all of that is coming up on my next episode. I hope to have that up within a week or so. I hope if I have the free time. As always, a little bit of love goes a very long way. So please be sure to take some of your time and be excellent with somebody today. Until next time, my friends, peace out.